ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವ ರೈಲನೆ
Express University Station, Netaji Forward.
Well, Lucknow started like a bullet train, but were very sluggish in the last 6 and ended up like a very slow local train. Delhi completely derailing Lucknow. Welcome back to Voltas FreshAir Coolers presents Cricbuzz Live. I'm Saiyami Kher. I've got Michael and Simon with me. 162 after 13 overs, and they end up with 209. Lucknow's not going to be happy.
No, bullseye.
Oh, bullseye. First, we all
Thank you.
bullseye.
Thank you.
I know Lucknow's not happy, but I know you are very happy.
Very happy, very happy. The 2 sixes in the last 2 balls. That'll make them feel a little bit better, but gosh, they should have got, they were looking like 230, 240 minimum at one stage. But I think Delhi have pulled it back really nicely from a bowling point of view. Some very good tight overs at the back. Kuldeep was superb with the ball. Look, it's still 209. It's still a tough ask when you're chasing that sort of score. But when they got off to the start with Marsh and Pooran's innings, I mean, look at the strike rates of those two. David Miller, in the end, looks good, courtesy of those 2 sixes. But there's some brilliant bowling. Stark came back nicely, I thought. And Kuldeep, even the skipper, 3 overs for 18. So I just feel like Delhi will be feeling the better of the 2 sides from where they were after 14 overs.
But, if we talk about the innings progression, Michael, we saw what they did at 10 overs. They were 117. We spoke about it in the comm box. Everything was going well for them. Here we see the numbers. 1 to 6, 64. Then the strike rate still 13.25. And then the collapse after the 15th over, 39 for 4 from 16 to 20, is not something we see in T20 cricket.
No, but I think you've got to give Delhi a huge amount of credit. If you look at Mitchell Starc, his first 2 overs went for 28. He gets dispatched. And this is what T20 cricket is all about. When you're high-level bowler, you can't let that affect you. You know that you've got to do a job at the back end, and Mitchell Starc gets the ball in his hand. He's ended up with 3 for 42. So he's ended up with 3 for 14 in his last 2 overs. And that's what T20 bowling's all about. It's keeping you cool, knowing that you can create an impact down the back end if you've gone at the start. And I actually thought they held their nerve really well. I mean, it's one of those grounds and pitches that, you probably need 220, 225, but they've still got 209. The problem is their bowling.
That's something we spoke about in the pre-match.
Their
they
bowling
need 20 runs more.
It's depleted, and you probably think they need a few more. But, Delhi aren't used to, I know it's a new year, but they've not been used to winning over the last few years. And at the first time I'm asking in 2025, you're saying, go and get 210. It won't be easy, but look now, I'll know that they should have got 20, 30 more. But I think you've sometimes got to look at the bowling, and I thought Mitchell Starc in particular. I mean, the skipper only bowled his 3 overs. So he's left one in the tank, and he bowled nicely. You think, God, as the captain, he's not quite utilised his bowling well enough. But Mitchell Starc, Kuldeep, Yadav, world class. They were fantastic.
You spoke about how Starc came back. Those 2 overs we spoke about in the comm box. Starc was very expensive, but then getting that very crucial wicket of Nicholas Pooran and then ending up with 3 wickets.
Yeah, and what he does so well at the back end, the second to last wicket, the Yorker just poles stumps everywhere. I mean, that's his go-to at the back end. But when you've got genuine pace and a little bit of tail, the one that got Nicholas Pooran, you saw him gesturing as he walked off the field with just a little bit of tail on it, a little bit of in-swing to the left-hander. So that's what you want from your premier bowler. And Vaughan is so right. These games, you're going to fetch. You're going to fetch at some stage as a bowler. But you've just got to forget about it. You've got to put it behind you. And he's so experienced, able to do that and bounce back at the back end and take wickets when you need them. And when a team looks like 230, 240, and you walk off and you've got 210 to chase on a flat pitch, 62-metre boundaries either side, you've got to be feeling quite good about an inexperienced, a vastly inexperienced bowling lineup coming up against you. I think you have to feel very good about walking into that change room. Mohit will be a little bit disappointed with the last 2 deliveries, but in the end, I thought he bowled quite nicely too. He pegged things back well also. So
I'll tell you what I liked about Starkey, and I don't think a really quick bowler does it often enough in T20 cricket. He goes toes and nose, and he used the nose delivery really well. So a new batter coming, I don't care who you are. If you're sat on that bench and you're walking out the bat and you're facing someone that can bowl 90 miles an hour and he bowls a good bouncer, you've got to be some kind of player to suddenly pull it first ball. Yeah. So the utilisation and his knowledge of knowing when to bowl about. He got one with the wicket, he got a pull shot that just went into the air, but utilising a quick bouncer at the right time in this format is absolutely crucial.
And getting Nicholas Pooran, he really likes bowling to him. He's gotten him out for the 4th time now.
I think the off stump's just landing just now.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, those numbers are fantastic, aren't they? When you think about, the matchup, which a lot of the boffins and the stats guys talk about the matchups. What do we do when Pooran comes out to bat? We get Mitch Starc on because he dismisses him more often than not. Just 12 runs and 13 balls. So he can't get him away. He's got him out 4 times. So, that's a matchup that Pooran will be looking at now going, how do I get the better of Starc? Am I better off just one? I'll just watch you from the other end.
But I have to ask the bowler in the house. Yes, he went for a plenty in the first 2 overs. But will he go back thinking of that wicket where the stumps went flying, or will he be thinking of the runs that he gave away in the first 2?
It's all about the stumps flying everywhere for me, as I said. And, this is what happened last year as well. He was expensive in the first few games, expensive up front in that power play. And when the ball's not swinging at pace, and you've got guys who know you well, Markram knows him very well, played a lot against him. Mitch Marsh has played with him on a huge amount of occasions. So you're looking at Mitch Marsh and he just knows. He knows what's coming. And the one thing about Marsh, he's such a big, imposing figure as well. He knows that, I think Starc will know that the short ball is never going to worry Mitch Marsh, even at 145, 150. Perth player, loves the short ball. So he's trying to go length and he just went a little bit full on a couple of occasions. So Marsh won that battle, but I think Starc's comeback is all down to the mental fortitude of the guy.
Michael, in the com box has said that the Delhi fans won't like looking at that bowling card, but after 20 overs, it's something that they would want to have a look at because they'd be very happy with what they've ended with. Of course, we spoke about Mitch Starc with those 3 wickets, but even Kuldeep Yadav to give away just 5 runs and pick up those 2 wickets, and of course the captain who didn't complete his quota, but again very economical. Michael.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Kuldeep there, 15 dots. That's remarkable in 24 deliveries that he's bowled. So there's a whereabouts of how good he is, how mysterious that Lucknow couldn't even get the singles off his deliveries. I'm just looking at that Axar Patel. How he's only bowled 3 overs is really remarkable. When you look at all the kind of economies on the right of the column, Starc came back 10.5. He obviously went for 14 in his first 2. Then you've got 17.5, 11, 10.5. Stubbsy with the 1 over going for 28. How the skipper's not got through his 4. Again, when you're a captain and you're kind of new to it, maybe he just got a little bit lost, but he should be certainly finishing out his 4 on that kind of wicket.
It's that matchup thing again, though, isn't it? He's probably listening to the stats guys and the boffins and saying, well, Nicholas Pooran loves left-arm spin. I'll try Tristan Stubbs.
Who doesn't bowl?
Who hardly bowls. I'm going to go to a part-timer instead of myself.
A part-timer is just lobbing
it up. 28 off the over. I mean, Axar's not going to go for 28. No matter how badly he bowls,
I agree.
He's not going to go for 28. And that's where your little bit of paper in your pocket that tells you, oh, Nicholas Pooran, his strike rate against left-arm. You're a high quality.
But you know what, Doull? Do you know, if you've got a left-arm spinner and a right-arm off-spinner who are similar standards, I kind of get it.
Yeah,
yes,
100%.
yes.
But when you've got, let's say, Axar's world-class.
Yeah.
You've got a world-class left-arm spinner and you've got a off-spinner that doesn't bowl. I mean, it's like, I'm sorry, it doesn't even come into the equation of your thought process to bowl Stubbs when Axar might not bowl his 4 overs. And that's what's ended up. That's happened. 209 again. It's a decent amount of runs, but you wouldn't want to be at the back end of the game thinking, that might have lost us the game. The fact that the captain didn't bowl his 4 overs.
Well, the captain didn't bowl his 4 overs, but Pooran really likes playing spin. So even if it was Axar or it was Tristan Stubbs, he would have preferred, of course, playing Tristan Stubbs over Axar, but just the numbers here versus pace and versus spin, 60 runs in 18 balls, and that's how much he loves playing spin.
He's just one of the cleanest strikers of the ball, and the numbers today against pace are not high, but 125 still not bad, especially when you're striking at 333 against the other guys. Across the board, he's one of the cleanest hitters of a cricket ball in the world game today, I think, whether it be pace or spin. And deep in the crease, he can get out to the spinners, he can play the short ball relatively well, hits through the offside as well as he does the leg side. He's just one of those dangerous guys. One of a number in this tournament where you look at and you think, if he gets going on a flat one, he's very, very difficult to stop.
Well, if you're given a chance, you can't miss that chance. And he was dropped at 17. An absolute sitter went on to make 75. So you can't miss those chances when it's Nicholas Pooran.
No, you can't. I mean, and it was a sitter. It's got to be taken. But he's a pure player. You know, he really is. He's got that lovely kind of just natural bat swing. And as Doull said, he's got the natural swing to go on the offside, through the onside, on the front foot, on the back foot. Of course, the strike rate against the spinners today is a lot more than the seamers, but he doesn't really... I mean, and absolutely remarkable, the stats against Mitchell Starc, 4 in 12 deliveries. I don't see him having a problem against seam. I just think he's up there with the Henrik Claessens that you kind of watch the way that these players hit spin in particular from a standing start. They don't really need to do much. They just go bosh. And you miss your length by... You're only talking half a yard. Gets back and he'll cut it, he'll pull it. Brilliant player. Fantastic. I always look at all the franchise leagues and when Pooran's available, whichever team gets Pooran, I go, that team's got a chance. He can win games on his own. And I'm not saying he's won the game tonight, but he can win a game of cricket, a T20 game, pretty much on his own.
So does he make it to your top 11 in the world?
I'd have him in, yeah.
You will
Without
have
any question, yeah. Yeah, I think he's outstanding.
He makes it in your 11 as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of the first guys on my list in a T20 contest. I mean, you're very spoilt for choice with wicket-keeper batters. Claessen's another one. He probably makes the team it doesn't keep. But I think Nicholas Pooran, as far as destructive T20 batters go who can keep, he's right at the top.
You could actually have a top 6 of the T20 best team, and all of them could be keepers. Joss Buttler could be in there. Rishabh he could throw in there. There's so many keepers of bat and whack it miles.
Yeah.
It's Adam Gilchrist to blame. He started it many years ago. He'll be on these seats in a few. Just blame Gilly. He's made everyone want to bat and whack it as far as they can and catch a few deliveries with the gloves on.
Well, I have no idea how the time's gone by so quickly because the openers are out already. I could have gone on
Out, not out. But out.
Are they out or are they in?
No, they're in, but they're not out.
Okay, good.
Well, they're in, but they're not out. And we have to also congratulate Kher, Rahul and Atya on their baby girl. He had reason enough not to play today. Lots of celebrations for him before he joins the team. And Faf has come out to bat. So I'm going to leave it to you all with the predictions. Let's go with the bullseye Doull first.
Okay, 61.
Ooh.
Well, I was going.
Now I was going to go much higher. Now
I'm going 66.
Guys,
66.
this is...
Where are you going? There's no room in the middle.
Okay, 61, 66. I'm going with 77.
Hey.
Because we kept on talking about the bowling and how weak it is. So
all right.
I'll go with 77. We'll wait and watch and see what happens. We'll be giving you all the updates at the 10 over point. Thank you so much for making this so quick. I don't know how it went away, the time. And thank you everyone for watching. Voltas FreshAir Coolers presents Cricbuzz Live. We will see you all very soon.
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत।
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವ ರೈಲು